Okay, this is the first time I'm doing this. This is gotta be pretty stream of thought, just what I'm thinking in the moment about it. But yeah, guess it's better than nothing. So, what I have here is the standard pomade from douds Apocryphy. I think this is a limited edition box, not sure, but I got this from a barber shop in here, and yeah, didn't know that they carried it. I was quite surprised. I just picked it up here instead of ordering it directly from the site. And yeah, comes in this kind of, pretty standard amber glass jar. Black, what is it? Black metal twist top lid. Screw top, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 114 grams or 4 ounces. Sensible grooming for sensible humans, and it's water soluble. Ingredients: water, rice bran wax, castor seed oil, hydrogenated castor seed oil, candelia wax, jojoba seed oil, carnauba wax, emulsifying wax, cetral alcohol, vitamin E oil, cetral glucoside, phenoxyethanol, bergamot oil, orange oil, cedarwood oil, juniper berry oil, bergamot oil, lime oil, and lavender oil. For external use only. Test on a small area of skin before using to see if just to test so that you don't have an allergic reaction. Now the scent on this, I wasn't originally that much into it because it's kind of like, I think it's supposed to be like cedar and citrus or something like that, like a woodsy scent mixed with a citrus scent, but I get like citrus and really like waxy smell, like kind of like how beeswax smells. Maybe it's just musk, but it's like, I guess like spicy citrus, yeah. But yeah, yeah, getting it out, real easy, real simple. But there was a small problem with at least the jar that I have, and I think there still is. Wait, let me show you. I don't know if you can see, but there are like white clumps in there. Those are beads of wax. They haven't melted. So, and those are really difficult to melt. Like, gotta rub. Still not fully. And I gotta almost overheat the product to just to get those wax clumps out of there, because they're gonna show up in the hair, and they're pretty visible because my hair, it's blonde, so those really white clumps tend to stick out. I took way too little, but big thing also on at least everything pomade is that, like, whenever I post, I always read the comments. And an interesting thing is that a few people asked me, like, show me how, like, do a video or show like how you style your hair. And that actually was something I had in my mind already. So it wasn't like too big of a stretch to include some sort of a review in this. Like I thought, like, maybe I should just do a video where I style my hair. And then I thought, why not incorporate a review into it and just have Instagram for the written reviews? Yeah, if somebody isn't following me on Instagram, what are you waiting for? Do you have a life? Do it right now. But Um, yeah, and those waxy beads, they pretty much ruined the first few centimeters or like an first inch of the product for those who live in America. Like it was that kind of a hardened layer of wax at the top, and that's normal for homebrewed products, but it was a layer that refused to melt down. It was just breaking into clumps, which was just, I really couldn't use the first layers. I tried, but like, they just kept persisting. Like people said, like asked me, do I have dandruff? And I'm like, no, and I just went to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, it's the pomade, like look, right there, stuff like that. And they're really annoying. So I definitely don't like that. But from what I understand, that was only an issue for the few first like batches and not anymore. So if that is the case and it's not an issue anymore, then good. But I would check out with wait, is it Clinton O'Dowd's? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I would check out with O'Dowd's to make sure that everything is all dandy. But yeah, applying this stuff, it's a little grippy. It pulls a few hairs, but nothing like nothing crazy. Oh. Yeah, nothing crazy, just really simple. Like, it goes into hair really easily, and if you put it into wet hair, it's not going to give you really any hold until it hardens up after the water dries out of your hair. So if you want to actually like have good hold and good finish from it, just use it on towel dried hair. Like what I just did was I wet my head in the sink and just from there just started applying it. Like have it like right after you scrub your head with a towel, so there's no water dripping, and it feels like if you're gonna just like let it leave it like that, it would be dry in a few moments, just like that. It's kind of hard to explain, but like trust me, when you get it down once, you get it down every time. But yeah, this is definitely a lot harder to put on completely dry hair. Like, I wouldn't suggest you try that unless you have, like, unless you have really thick hair, then yeah, because it's gonna pull a lot of hair. And yeah, just try to put it into like slightly damp hair, because that water is going to make it a little easier to apply, and then just finish applying it so that it like gets that kind of like finish applying it as the hair dries, just get it everywhere. It's a little bit more grippy than what you might expect, but it's supposed to be. It's really easy to restyle with this, even after a long day. I put this one time in the morning, like about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I come back home around 8 o'clock. And I just wanted to quickly make sure, and I comb my hair and everything again, and it holds up perfectly. Like everything, like no problem whatsoever. Yeah. Then just brush it back. The reason why you, sorry. The reason why you want to brush it back is so that you get the product evenly distributed. Okay, not only that, but that's like one of the big things about it. Also, it helps you get your hairs that hairs that might be all twisted and tangled into there. It helps to straighten them out and get them into a nice line. Yeah, you don't really have a time limit with this one because it's a water. It's not a gel type. It's an unorthodox water base, so it's gonna be pretty pretty easy to work with because it's not gonna harden up on you. Yeah, the effort pick and a comb. This is just an unbranded comb. I don't know whether it just works. But yeah, then comes the styling. So I put a part on my head, on like over here. First, gotta make sure that I have the longer hairs on the top, because nothing annoys me more than having short hairs go to the top and then they like point out later on the day, and or having longer hairs here and then show them like they show up like this. I just hate it. So this is probably the part that takes the most time because it's the most precise. So you just gotta just get first like the ones that you can noticeably pick out, like that are longer. Those ones you want to get first, and then you just preferably the wider tooth and just comb from right next to the part, and there we already got one. I don't know if you can see that, but like the shorter hairs will pop out, at least if you have like if they are noticeably shorter than the top, they're gonna pop out of there because that's what they naturally want to do if you've been combing them down ever since you started styling your hair. But there again. So just keep doing it until, okay, I think you can even by hand just pick out some if you notice that there are a few that you're not like just comb your hair, and if you notice like the parting is supposed to have like this clearly straight line and there is like a hair in the middle of it, then you're pretty much going to know that that hair is not supposed to be there. So it's either going to go to like half of some of the hairs are going to go down and some of them go to the top. Yeah, and right now I don't have enough on this side, so just take out a little bit. This is pretty much like what a standard water base would feel, I guess, because it's really creamy. It's that like standard white color that you come to expect from a unorthodox water base, and it is very user friendly for the most part. So yeah. I keep washing my hands just because I don't know. I want to make sure that my tools aren't as sticky as they get when I comb through my hair. I prefer to keep them as clean as possible. Maybe I'm over hygienic. I don't know. Yeah. Then comes the top. So just gonna comb up to, in my case, the what is this? The like the right, like upper right. Just gonna comb it up. Then gonna, like, the hairs that would on top here, instead of combing them directly back, I'm gonna comb them to the side, because no one is gonna pay attention to them except from the back maybe, so and even from the back they're gonna still look nice and clean. Then we'll get the afro pick and just break up those lines using it. Okay. There's a hair that doesn't want to sit down. Okay. Yeah, just like so. If I wanted to go more low key, but just just when lifting the, like, getting volume into there, you just want to push the afro pick in while holding the top with your hand and then lift up like so. And since I want it to look a bit more what, natural, I guess is the word. So just gonna get it a little bit more to this side rather than just sticking straight up. I'm gonna get that is I'm just gonna put the afro pick in and twist it like so. And yeah, there's gonna be flyaways, but you can just easily comb them back in. And to fix the side, this really depends on your haircut. You gotta have a good haircut to tame the side effectively, but what I just do is I put the afro pick here, pull it up, and guide it with your hand for the rest of the way. And there you go. If you want to get it even more detailed or more clean, if there's hair that seems to stick out like this one, just take the finer teeth of your comb and press it against the skin and just pull it. There you go. But yeah, the top is obvious. Oh, if they stick out, just do it again. Remember, it might not just be that individual hair, it might be the hairs around it that you need to first get into order before the others want to do that. Yeah, and then just to to get, like, this right now goes pretty like backwards and upwards. So to get it more outwards, you might wanna do this, just lift it up. Just lift it up, and when lifting it up, just put your pick in, and like as you're making it go high, as you're lifting it up, just pull slightly forward, like then if I notice that like I should have enough hair product in my hair, but there are parts that are still sticking out, the front is not as clean as I want, I just put a little bit of water on my side. That makes the hair stick together more. And then finish up combing the back, finish up combing the side. Then I don't use the narrow tooth end to fix up the front. That's never gonna work because it's just gonna look too pristine, too clean, just unnatural. Just put the wider teeth in there and lift up while pulling forward. So put it in, lift up, and pull forward. Just again, like scoop it forward kind of motion. And then gonna finish up with it's maybe a bit blocky right now. The only time it's actually okay to use the narrow tooth end is just at the very roots. Because it tends to grab the hairs better, so you just want to do that at the very roots to get the base out a little bit. Yeah. Just a few strands there. Just getting the shape out a little bit more so that it doesn't look so weird, I guess. Because if it's all flat on this side and more outgoing on this side, it's gonna look a little weird. And it doesn't take me this long, usually in the morning. It takes me about what? 5 to 10 minutes. This has been what? 25 minutes, yeah. It's been a lot longer than I expected it to be, but yeah. So if you wanted to rough this up with your hands, if you don't carry an afro pick or a comb with you, just while you're outside, you can fix it up with your hands. It's not a problem. The product allows for it pretty easily. You can easily go for a more messy look with this too. This is what I usually do with clays and pastes and so on. Just put them, like, first make like get the comb lines, then just finger comb it, and then after that just after finger combing it, just comb it out. Yeah, this would be pretty much the end result. Yeah, this would take me about 5 to 10 minutes in the morning because I don't talk over it, of course. I just do everything in quick succession. So, yeah, this is what it looks like now that I'm all done. Yeah, that's that. Overall, I think this is a good product, but there are a few things that you could improve on. For example, when using the Afro pick, my hair, even though it's pretty long, it tends to jump out, like strands just come loose, and I can't really see any other reason for that than that the product is not sticky enough. It's grippy enough it's waxy, but it's dry and grippy, not sticky and grippy. Stickiness is what makes the hair stick together, and grippiness is just what gives it more texture, more rough finish, and just allows for more restylability. But I would increase the stickiness on it, and I would make sure that there's no manufacturing errors, such as the waxy layer. If there is, I wouldn't ship it, because it ruined my perception of this product for quite a while. I didn't want to do a review on it because it just felt wrong to start bashing one of the most well-known homebrew products because of a reason that I knew that was some sort of an error, that they wouldn't have that on there on purpose, or they wouldn't just look over and decide, hey, it's nothing, we can just ship it, doesn't matter. I knew there was some sort of mistake on it, so I didn't just want to review it, I just wanted to use it until it got better, and yeah, it does get better for after the first layer. It starts to get more creamy, but the wax clumps are still there. So that's pretty sad. Overall, if they fix that waxiness problem, I think they have. If they have done that, then that's real good. Then I would buy this again after using it up, but it's not in my daily rotation, so I don't think I'm gonna be using it up anytime soon. Overall, if somebody wants to get their first ever pomade, I would suggest try this one because it's pretty simple to use, and for a person that's maybe more used to those dry salon products like something like this stuff here. This is just got to be beach mat from Schwarzkopf. So it smells like headache, but this is just terrible. I'm gonna do some sort of review on budget products too at some point. I just stuck my fingers into this one. Haven't used it at all, but yeah, it's so bad. Like everything about it I don't really like. But I'm getting off topic. Yeah. For a person that's maybe a bit more used to that kind of dry salon products or just drugstore brands, this might be something that is more familiar feeling, more easier to use, and it is a lot more should I put it? A lot easier to use than, for example, oil-based pomades or or a lot of the other unorthodox water bases, because it's just really waxy, really grippy, really strong stuff, but it could be a little bit more stickier. So for a first time goer, sure. For a veteran like myself, I wouldn't necessarily suggest this. Maybe try something else from douds, but I wouldn't suggest this, as it's so basic. It's just not. I can see it in a barber shop. I can see it on with a first time user, but for a person who uses stuff like Anchor, Stronghold, or Splendor Pomade Spotter Grease, or more Anchors Clay, or Lockhart's, there's really very little purpose for you to get O'Dowd's standard water-based pomade. It's very basic. It's exactly what it says. It's standard water-based pomade, and that's all it is. It's not special. There's nothing special about it. So if you're looking for that next new fantastic product, well, I got plenty of video ideas lined up, and yeah, there's gonna be plenty more of these just stream of thought reviews. These are not quick to the point. These are not very well edited. They're actually, I don't think I'm gonna edit these at all, and there's really no pattern to these. I'm just gonna say whatever comes to my mind, and I'm not gonna put up like a schedule of when I'm gonna put these out, but generally when I put out a review, which is about once every 2 weeks or once a week, depending on how busy I am, like when I put out a review, I'm also gonna do a video review of it. So they might not come at the same time though, but pretty much when you get a review of one of these products, you're gonna get a review of, like, review on Instagram, you're gonna get a